Hey, how's it going? I want to talk about the yin and yang symbol and a newfound symbolism or thought that I have. And I've talked about it a lot before, but I have this new connection that I want to share with you. So, I have been focusing a lot on boxing and Qigong. Left leg goes to the right, bring the chi down. Okay, from here we're gonna push a wave. So pretend one foot in front of the other. Pretend like you're pushing a wave and really engaging your hips, engaging your back, and just playing with this. As forms of exercise and also mindful practices that are helping me on my own journey. And again, there are many ways, there are many methods, there's many things that you can do on your own personal journey to find your inner balance, to connect to your mind, to have your body in balance too. Remember what I stand for. A peaceful mind can help with sound movement, and a sound movement can help with a peaceful mind. It's like a circle. It's like the yin and yang symbol, okay? The white and the black. So the white part of the yin and yang is the yang, and that's the more fiery, go-getter energy, okay? The more forward movement energy. You can say it's the masculine energy. We're not talking about gender, we're talking about energy. The black would be the more inner, the reserved, the feminine energy, the nurturing energy, okay? You need both. You need to be in balance with both. If you're so strong physically, but you're not connected to your heart space at all, you're not connected to your nurture, you're going to just burn out and just like destroy everything in your path. If you're too much connected to your nurturer and you don't have any go-getter spirit, you're not going to have any willpower to move forward and actually get things done. So you need, I just gave you an example of the yin and yang right there. You need some type of balance, and I think everyone's balance is a little bit different, right? But see what works for you. And like one of my mentors says, Uncle Bronze, you need a balance give and take, but the balance is not always a 50-50 balance. Sometimes it's a 60-40, sometimes it's 80-20. It depends on the situation. It depends on this, like, life is nuanced, life is colorful. It's not like everyone fit in the box, mamma mia. No, like everything is dynamic, everything is evolving, everything is moving. Anyway, I'm just ranting on. So I want to talk about my Qigong movement. So Qigong is our flowing movements similar to Tai Chi, and they're very meditative movements. And to do Qigong, you just have to move your body and tune into your breath, practice good posture, and do these movements that anyone can do. There are certain movements, when done with a little bit more force, feel like martial arts movements, like a punch, okay? Let me just do this. All right, let's go here. All right, like, don't mind the light in the back. So to do a Qigong movement, I would say a punch like this, come back, go slow. All right, this one, come back, go slow. This same punch, if I change the intention, the same movement, ha, 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 it becomes a martial arts movement. So this realization, for me at least, is that everything is interconnected and everything has a yin and yang balance, and everything can be used for yang, we'll say more forward, more powerful, or yin. So Qigong is something that is a mindful practice to connect with ourselves and relax and find balance. But also when you turn it up a little bit and you change your intention and you add more energy, it becomes more of like a martial art movement. Anything we do, whether it's singing or dancing, those are really good examples of movements that when you change your intention, when you change with your energy, they become completely different. And you know, I can watch people dance and I can see the clip, and I not only think it's beautiful sometimes, but it's also powerful because it's the yin and yang balance that it has, right? It's a duality, and when someone really puts their heart into something, I believe you can feel it. And another thing to note, like, sound and movement, they're universal. But music and dance, we tend to maybe attach culture and a methodology to it, which in a way is good, but our natural state is like making authentic sound, like noises, like yeah, or like pitches or tones, as well as dance, like authentic movement, right? If we listen to a Chinese opera right now, a lot of people would be like, oh, I don't like it. But the only reason, not the only reason, but one of the probably main reasons why you don't like it is because A, you don't understand what they're saying. Two, you don't know what they're doing. Like, we tend to dislike or fear what we don't understand. And Chinese opera is a very like culturally significant like art. I'll say it's an art. But it goes for a lot of other things. But sound is universal, movement is universal. It's just the intention that you put into it. You change it to a completely new form. You change it to a completely new form. And sometimes when you're doing one form, it could have so many elements in it. It just comes down to the intention. Again, the dancing example. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks cool, but it also looks powerful. So the yin and yang in everything, it's connected. So just think about that for your own life and whatever you like to do, whether it be painting or singing or dancing, and how when you change up your energy, when you change up your intention, the move, the art becomes a little bit different. All right, I'm noticing that with my Qigong practice as well as my boxing training. A lot of the Qigong movements, and they feel like forms of martial arts. They also feel like boxing punches and, you know, blocks and you know, ways to flow in a way. But the boxing is just all forward movement, power. It appears like that, but when you start learning a little bit more about boxing, and I'm not like a pro, I'm not expert, you begin to pick and choose and become more intentional with your punches, become more intentional with your blocks. You're not just out there throwing your power. You're conserving your power and learning when to push, learning when to pull. So you're also exercising the yin and the yang as well, even with something that's more, you know, assertive like boxing. So everything has a scale. Sometimes boxers are related to like dancers too. Kung Fu is related to, you know, Tai Chi is related to blah, blah, blah. This debate, my Kung Fu is better than yours. Like, no Kung Fu is better than... There's different styles, there's different forms. No style is better. We're just trying to find what method, which style works best for us and hone in on that, but still be open to learning new styles. Like, I've learned Wing Chun like 8 years ago, and then I stopped, and you know, life went on, other things, blah blah blah. Like, that's a form of martial arts. So now I'm like doing boxing and Qigong. So in a way, like, it's built on the past, and also it's like a new way. So anyway, everything's connected, yin and yang, kind of a rant. Wish you well. Peace.